have been yelled at, abused, sworn at because of something that the parent says the kid had the right to do.
I'm never going to use algebra in my whole existence. Why do I need to learn this right now?
My advice is, if there's something you want to do, just do it, because you're the only person stopping yourself from doing it.
I would love if you were my teacher.
I wouldn't like you as a student.
Wow.
Kia ora.
Kia ora.
Welcome to NOIS.
NOIS.
No one is safe.
And no top. Today, actually, the topic
Today's topic is
I feel
safe.
very safe with you.
It is very
I'm
safe.
glad.
Our topic today is bad teachers or bad students. The background of this is obviously with an education system, and we all know how important education is. Obviously, over the time and the decades, education has changed in terms of the style of education. So obviously it's ever evolving, and the challenges, will be the same, especially for educators. Our purpose, with this topic is to just try to see and connect this constantly changing and evolving system and the generations, and see what how they navigate this as educators, and the difficulties and challenges that you guys would face. So we are very, very glad to have you here with us today.
We just want to introduce you, my part of the introduction, to our special guest today. His name is Tuirirangi, also known as Jason, also known as my brother.
Oh, yay!
So I may be very biased in saying how proud I am of him and how amazing he is and what an inspiration he has been to me in my life.
I know.
You would have heard me talk about him before, and now you'll get to see him in the flesh.
In the flesh and blood.
As I say, I'm very proud. He's very inspirational. He's travelled and has educated in more places than just here in Aotearoa. Just like to welcome you to our studio. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me here this evening.
No worries. Would you like to just share a little bit about yourself?
Sure.
Feel free, introduce yourself.
Kia ora koutou, ko Tuirirangi reno tōku ingoa, he uri o te maua titohi o Taranaki. He kaia ko reo Māori ahau, I tēnei wā he wāhanga ako, te ao Māori, ki te kura kohine o te rāwhiti o te upoko o te ika. And my students call me Matua.
Matua, I like that. Is that like all-knowing? Knowledge endowed?
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Verbatim, eh?
That's not the definition in the dictionary, but we can take that for today. Because that would make you a matua as well, wouldn't it?
Oh, really? Can you just give us a little quick run through, you've
Journey.
Yes, before we get cracking. Let's
cracking.
I want to hear your
just
since after you left school.
after I left school.
Yes, not since birth.
Not since birth.
No,
okay.
No, just after.
So at the end of high school, I was lucky enough to gain a scholarship, a fully funded scholarship to a state university in Japan. Nothing to do with te reo Māori. But nonetheless, I was awarded that. I was one of 3 New Zealanders in that year to gain this scholarship.
Wow.
And so 4 years of university in Japan, and then I taught at the brother school of my high school in Tokyo for just over 10 years.
Oh, wow.
And then came back to New Zealand in 2004. Had to redo my teaching thing a little bit because it wasn't fully acceptable here in New Zealand, what I had from Japan.
Yeah.
And then since then I've been teaching in a range of schools throughout the country, and am currently learning area lead of Te Ao Māori at Wellington East Girls College.
Wow. So I can say konnichiwa to you?
You can.
Okay.
Ora mai wa nan desu ka?
Okay, let's not push it. Okay. So that's just before we quickly crack into it. So what are the available, because most colleges or high schools, it's usually French, maybe German, would be and maybe Spanish.
Maybe back in the 1990s. But
now you can take.
The most popular language in New Zealand schools these days is actually Mandarin.
Really?
Yeah. Mandarin, and then French is still popular.
What about German and Spanish would be?
Spanish would be up there with French. German,
Not so much.
not so much.
Okay, maybe it's because the Europeans in Europe when I was, it was the French and German and maybe Spanish, and there was only like 1 or 2 people who took the Spanish class.
Especially in the big cities like in Auckland and Wellington, Christchurch, that's like a Japanese.
Oh wow!
But there is one
love
school
that.
on the West Coast. One school on the West Coast that still has Japanese. Fantastic Japanese teacher there.
Oh, well, and you're not biased about that for sure.
No. You know, I think because she actually bought my car. That teacher.
Tell me now, obviously with all you've had quite vast experiences and you've seen a lot of things. So tell me, how do you feel learning has changed over, time? I'm not gonna express how long time is with, or how long you have been.
Well, I can only speak from my own experience.
Yes. Well, I don't want to really tell how long your experience has been because people will start bringing out calculators and things. But do you feel like things have changed?
Yeah.
I'm sure we do.
Yeah.
Do you feel things have changed in terms of the way, information, like the way information is transferred, like the actual mechanics of teaching?
The mechanics of teaching haven't changed. What has changed is the subject choices for students. Because, even when you young people were at school, you would have had maths, science, English, PE, and then 1 or 2 option subjects, right?
Yeah, make the 6 or 5.
How many
Yes.
it is that makes up the timetable.
Yeah.
I can rattle off just some of the things that are available at the school that I teach at now that range from subjects they take something from one learning area and then something else from another learning area to combine,
amalgamate and create a new.
Really?
So, for example, we've got one particular course that combines music and French to have French music. No, not Fusic. That would be a little bit.
I thought that'd have been a cute name.
What that would be. Another one is taking the principles from Te Ao Māori with science and looking at science through a Te Ao Māori lens.
Wow.
That's cool.
That is very cool.
Yeah, I didn't know that was happening.
Yeah, and hopefully some of those combinations of things are actually realistic enough that students can follow that passion and
a bit more
with it.
Not getting bored of it quickly and failing because they've lost interest.
If we're talking about what's changed since we were at school to what I'm teaching now, I think it's the availability of different subject courses and different ways of learning as well.
Yes.
Obviously we've got technology these days.
Yeah.
But I know that there are schools throughout Aotearoa that are actually kind of backtracking from using laptops, going back to pen and paper. Because you look at, and I'm a messy writer, right? I've never had nice board writing.
Oh, I'm great at the writing.
You're a doctor. I've never been able to read a doctor's script in my life.
Oh, you will read mine.
Do you type it? Do you?
No. My writing is good. It's very calligraphic.
I'm not going to be one of your patients to actually answer at a later date. But...
You could just ask me, I'm a patient.
Oh, you are sweet.
Students should be learning more life skills when it comes to actual life skills as opposed to I'm never going to use algebra in my whole existence. Why do I need to learn this right now?
Yeah.
Is there anything on the horizon that is
just changing that or looking into that?
When a student comes through schooling, they are put through the system and then somewhere along the lines a decision is made that they're either going to follow an academic path and become a doctor or a like a trade,
like a vocational path
and become a plumber or a builder
or
right.
Yeah.
So that still exists.
Yeah.
It just comes down to the fact that schools have to market themselves to
accommodate the versatile.
I suppose what I'm saying is if you were a parent, right, and you had a 12, 13-year-old and you were looking for high schools in a local area and you had the choice of more than one school to send your children to, what is it that you're going to base your decision on if you as a parent want them to follow an academic pathway, right?
So you look for one that has a strong academic
results.
Yeah.
Right. And so I think what you're talking about, Juana, is the fact that those non-academic pathways seem to not exist, but they exist. But they do exist, but they're not put to the forefront to sell the school as a good place to go, because academic results will always look better.
Okay, but sorry, I still get quite not frustrated on this, but another thing is why aren't we teaching our kids in school as well as at home how to budget, how to do those things in everyday life, because
There'll be
your maths
courses like
class
that.
isn't
Necessarily
covering
going to
that
teach
kind
you
of
how
stuff.
to.
Yeah, but the part of the maths curriculum does cover that.
Does
but,
it?
really?
but it's not called balancing the budget. It's called algebra. It's called
Algebra,
geometry.
yeah.
It's
But it's not teaching you how that your bills are
It's because
expensive
there's
and
how do you
make it
apply
realistic.
this? Is
Yeah.
applying it to everyday life, because you can learn, algebra, but where in my everyday life can I apply this? And that's why a lot of times they'll be like, oh, I'm never going to use this, and it's probably because they actually don't realize that where and how when their budget is being so bad. It's like,
yeah.
well, apply that. Or
Have I missed this boat because
No, no.
I was terrible at maths and I failed?
It exists, but what I'm saying is a school will not market itself
Yeah,
as one of those
that is
things.
going to prepare your child
for life skills.
for balancing the budget.
Oh.
They're going to
They expect
sell
more
itself
from
as someone
them.
who's going to get 90% or more excellences or whatever.
Do you
the
think it
system
would
is.
be more attractive for parents to want to send their kids to a school where they can actually?
I suppose it depends on the
Understand
social culture as well. Because if the parents don't realize that if other people aren't talking about, oh, this is what's important, then, and everybody only focuses on, oh, look, that school does this, the academics is really good. And the parents are like, I guess that means it's a good thing. I don't know. I would have thought life skills is important, but if everybody is saying academics is the important thing, so maybe that's important, then I'll just send them there because
It is funny though, because schools do more than just teach in the classroom.
Yeah.
They do teach things like life skills.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, through dealing with teenage versus teenage conflict.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Or
Yeah.
teenage versus teacher conflict,
Yeah.
for example.
Yeah,
Social
so stuff
studies.
like that. So maybe not necessarily at a high school level. Maybe you'd probably experience that more at a tertiary level. Maybe not secondary.
Is it a little bit late though to be teaching young people?
Oh, is it
as
ever
they're
too
19,
late?
21?
Oh, it's never too late to learn a budget. I'll tell you that. Students are changing with the Gen X. So you'd have been seen at least 2 generations.
Yeah.
Is there a what are the things that strike
Coming
you?
into 3.
Into 3, yeah.
Yeah.
The simple answer is no, there is no difference.
Really?
There is no difference.
Students are students.
Teenagers are teenagers.
Teenagers are teenagers.
Yeah.
Right, they're the same issues every day. Obviously, I'm not going to be naming anybody in this segment, but
Yeah.
yeah, the sorts of things that I deal with now on a day-to-day basis with regards to student behaviour, pastoral, area type things are really no different to when I first started teaching back in the early 90s. Kids are kids. They have the same insecurities. They have the same social issues. They have the same disagreement with their parents. They have the same difficulties with learning, whether it be learning difficulties or not. I suppose the only thing that really has changed is there seems to be a lot less patience. They seem to have a lot less patience. They want things
They want it done now.
They want things straight away.
So like brats.
Rats.
No, brats. Like
Brats.
Yeah.
They're acting like brats because they
brats.
want it.
Right. They
Entitlement.
genuinely think that things should be
That quick,
That
that
quick.
turnover.
Yeah.
And I think that actually is even in real life
created
outside.
this world.
Yeah, even in real life, they want everything now. My Uber Eats is gonna come now. My food can come now. Everything. I don't need to get out of my car to eat. So I can understand why they expect like everything would be slow to them when it's really sometimes you need to take your time. Information, and again, information delivery is so quick. I'm like, they forget we used to have modems. Try downloading, you're waiting for half an hour for one page to come through the computer, and this is within our
generation.
short lifetime,
Yeah.
So it's so wild. I can understand them like, oh, my Wi-Fi is down. You only have 4G. This is why my internet is not downloading my paper so quick, So for us, I can see how they would.
Yeah.
Can you imagine them trying to use a fax machine?
They wouldn't know what to do with it.
So I can see why they would be impatient. Do you feel like the expectations from society, from the government, from parents has changed as time has progressed? And
Yeah, I mean, to first answer the question, I do think that society in general expects schools to fix society's problems. Right, so anything that goes wrong in the life of a student, of course, there's a saying that it takes a village to raise a child.
Yes,
But it seems like that village these days doesn't seem to include anybody but the school. And I reflect back on a 2-strip cartoon that it may still be around on the internet somewhere, where it's a scenario where you've got 3 people. You've got the teacher, you've got the parent, and you've got the student. So the old version of the comic strip is the kid is being told off by the parent for not listening, but the modern version of that is the parent is telling off the teacher for not allowing the kid to do what they want. Right?
Wow.
So that dynamic is real.
That's real.
And I mean, I have been yelled at by parents, not from my current school, but from previous schools.
Yeah.
I have been yelled at, abused, sworn at because of something that the parent says the kid had the right to do. And it's like, well,
Wow.
And that's this way because, and like you said, it takes a village to raise a child. So we're all taking part to raise a child. It's like we're all parenting. We're co-parenting without actually being parents. So
exactly.
It's almost surprising that we wouldn't think that clash should happen, but that's what the same way in co-parenting clashes happen. When the parents should know, look, we need to be on the same side.
Yeah.
Like whether or not, but in front of this child, we need to be on the same page, and then we can go back and have a chat and let me pick your brain because this is because for whatever reason the child must feel that they are meant to be in a certain way, which is why they will come to school and demand that from their educator in a certain way, because the parent is the home educator, and the teacher is your other life skill educator. So it's a part of it. So and that's if parents can understand that we are on the same side. Like the teacher is here to help your child in the parts of learning that you cannot.
But the other part of that is the fact that these teenagers are at school for what, 5 or 6 hours a day? 24 hours minus 5 or 6 is...
Oh, that's a lot of math. Don't you send that to me.
So when you
where's my calculator?
When you look at the percentage of time that these teenagers are actually under the care of the teachers versus the parents, right? If the kid's not been brought up properly at home, no amount of intervention at school is going to be able to reverse.
Wow.
But then you guys will get the first...
But it's our fault if the kid's misbehaving.
And in that scenario where the parent thinks that the child is right, how do you manage that? Do you explain to them this is why I'm doing it? And if they say no and they push, then what do you...
No, I mean, one technique that I would use and do use is not personalize it, but say the school policy is this, therefore this is the way we're going to deal with it. Because if I personalize it and say, well, I'm going to deal with it this way, then the parent and the student could say, well, I'm going to go and talk to a different teacher who's going to give a different outcome. And if we were all 3 teachers, if again on the same page, the school policy says this, therefore this is the way that we have to.
That is interesting because we in work as well we do this, and it's obviously it can be quite confrontational, and you do get this where that blame shift happens with patients where they want there's an expectation or an expectation from you for a family member or something like this.
So what about you're just touching on the expectations, those societal expectations.
Yes.
And you did touch on like the interaction with the parent as well. But in general, what has anything else really changed from that perspective of a parent and government sense?
Yeah, so the biggest issue I would say for us at the moment is just how busy we are. And we're not busy because we're teaching, we're busy because we're dealing with so many changes in policy and resources and curriculum. We're just so busy. I mean, it's like that information overload that you kind of mentioned before is for teachers as well. Because you've got so many people trying to sell their resources to us, for example, and their ideas, different community organizations wanting time within our teaching classes as well. They want to get their message out there as well. They're just trying to balance all of that at the same time as educate the kids.
And
It
it's
is a challenge.
As a challenge. Are we short on teachers like we are nurses and doctors, or are we good for?
Well, I'm not really in the employing role at school. I know that there are some vacancies currently at my school if you want to come along. But yeah, sure. I mean, there are definitely shortages of.
Maybe good teachers.
Well, I don't even know if the word is good.
shots.
I don't even know if it's good. There is a huge demand for teachers, but there's not a lot of New Zealand teachers,
Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
right? So the difficulty when it comes to an overseas teacher is, do they know the culture?
Yes.
Do they know our systems? Is their accent clear enough for students to be able to learn without any hindrance?
Because expectations are different in different cultures, you know, and
Yeah. But then if we don't have enough New Zealand educated teachers, then where else are we going to get them from?
Yeah. And there's nothing better than somebody who's been educated in the system to teach
Absolutely.
other
If you've experienced it yourself,
Yeah.
then you know
what
good
the
parts, bad
limitations
parts,
are,
and what it is
exactly.
that you need to do. Right?
Yeah.
Also, like you got into teaching because you didn't go to Japan, right? Thinking I want to,
Be a teacher? No, I didn't want to be a teacher.
because you're
International law and politics is my
Yeah.
degree.
Oh.
So diplomacy work, something in the embassy, maybe something governmental.
Oh, I can see you being a diplomat.
I'm extremely diplomatic.
That much I know.
Yeah.
I just remember hearing that you're like studying like Japanese politics and something, and I was just like yawn. Even at my young age, like I didn't know much then because I was so young when you left. But what I did know is it sounded boring as hell.
It had a lot of words
It
in
was a
it.
lot of fun.
I'm sure it
A
was.
lot of fun.
So going from teaching in Japan, accidentally falling into this for so many years, and then coming back to New Zealand, even though you're a Kiwi, was that a
Kiwi.
challenge for you? And did it,
Readapting.
or did you just fall into it quite easily?
Fell into teaching.
Or not fell into the mode
The system,
of
the
Kiwi
flow.
Yep.
system.
Well, to be able to answer that, just to kind of to fill the gap. Earlier, I mentioned a wonderful person from my past in my present called Adele.
Yes.
And if it wasn't for Adele, I wouldn't have got to Japan in the first place.
Yes.
And then after about 10 years, I started to kind of get that urge to come home.
Yeah.
Because I kind of hit the ceiling of how far a foreigner could get in the Japanese system. And every time I came home, I feel like I only spoke in broken English because Japanese was all that I was using.
You dreamt Japanese, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
You spoke to your dogs in Japanese.
They were bilingual.
They were
Bilingual.
bilingual dogs.
I like that.
Yeah.
But every time I came home, I kind of didn't feel like a New Zealander either.
Yes.
So I was like, I don't know who I am. So
Yeah.
there's an identity crisis.
Yeah.
So the decision was made to come home.
Yeah.
And in that decision-making process, Adele contacted me and said, come join this graduate diploma of secondary teaching at Massey University, Teachers College, as it was back then. It's a part of Massey University these days. And for the second time, she became my teacher. So she was my lecturer at uni. So a 1-year course to fill in the gaps for my Japanese stuff, and then started teaching. So, yeah.
I would love if you were my teacher.
I
just
think
feel-
I wouldn't like you as a student.
Wow. So guys, this is a very unsafe environment. You know what is safe? Not
It's
even
done
me.
off safe and now it's
Wow,
not
this
safe.
is it. Bullets are flying
I
around.
mean, we don't have detentions anymore.
Oh, would I be in detention all the time?
Well, no, you wouldn't be. We would have to have a
We'd
have to have
a new.
a discussion and come to an
We have to do
understanding.
parent-teacher meeting. I had a few of those.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I could imagine you. Yeah.
Do you feel that there are signs that times are changing? Like, are there some definitive changes? Like we've seen all the negatives. We can point out all the holes in the plot,
Yep.
all the flaws in the system. And I think we all know that. And I think everywhere
Every
has
system
this.
has these flaws,
but
not just
the,
institutions.
the light, I suppose, at the end of the tunnel would be that. Do you feel like there are any signs that definitive signs that things are changing
For
that,
students or
for
teachers?
well, from both ends of the spectrum, really. From you obviously being
So,
right in the at the ground zero, if I may use the word term.
As a teacher, I think the ground zero is changing fast
Oh yeah, positively.
positively for our students, because with technology and the internet and chat AI, for example, there is now nothing our students can't do. Nothing. If there's enough money in the system to do it, then the options for them to progress in whatever field they want are endless.
There. And you've really gotten me onto something really interesting, because with this AI, do you find, because we're finding this as well quite a lot in medicine, are you finding a lot of backlash, not backlash, but a lot of your teaching and your theories and whatever it is, the knowledge you're trying to impact being questioned because they've used this, because now, I suppose Google has always been that, but now they can literally almost question everything that you said, because it could be on AI.
I haven't experienced that yet.
Is invading your teaching space anyway? Do you feel like there's no competition?
It's not invading my teaching space because I invited it.
Oh.
I encourage the use of chat AI in my lessons. But I make it really explicit that it's not to answer the questions for you. It's an extended version of Google. I mean, we always have Google.
That's anyways,
They can look for the answers with Google. But the difference, of course, is Google will give you the answers, but it'll give you thousands of options of where those answers could be.
And it may not necessarily give you the answers, because there's still a lot of skill required to extract
the prompt.
the answer. Yes.
Yeah.
But now with the AI, you can say, give me the answers, but I want you to write the answers this way.
Yeah.
And make me sound like this, and make me sound, and you can literally make me ask some questions, and or you just need to say all those pointers, and it's created a whole new thing. And I've heard this, that a lot of universities, because a lot of people are writing their theses and stuff like that.
AI.
So they're now and they're now creating programs to be able to depict in your thesis if AI has been used. So I feel like, again, with this changing times and tech and things like that, I imagine this can be like, obviously what would have been a challenge.
We're not going to be able to stop it.
Yeah.
So we have to not only embrace it, but learn to use it in a positive way.
Yeah.
As I said before, I do use AI in my class, but I use it as a teaching tool,
Yes.
not as a way of just getting the answers.
Just a bypass.
Sure, kids are kids, teenagers are teenagers,
They will,
as I said before. So
if they can't try,
I
they
have
will.
received submissions this year that are so perfectly written
From somebody who can speak the English clearly.
Exactly, and therefore you ask the question.
Did you write this?
Well, no, because if you do that, you're accusing them of not writing it. So it's, can you explain this to me? What does this mean?
And they're like, so basically it's
And they
literally reading the thing back to you.
And the moment you call them out on that,
They kind of
it's
give up.
actually a safer way
Yes.
of having that conversation about not abusing the AI.
AI. Oh yeah. Oh, you look at you educating them and you're
Because
calling
if
them
you
out.
were that student and I said to you,
I
you
would
used
be.
AI here, didn't you? And you said no. Well, apart from me calling you a liar, what proof do I have? As opposed to, can you just explain this to me again in your own words? I'm not too sure what you mean by that. And if you're able to explain it, then maybe I come around to the idea that maybe you wrote it yourself and I'm still not sure. Or can you explain the second part then?
Yeah.
And if you can, okay, fine, I'll give you the grade.
My last question for you is, do you, in your eyes, do you see that the grass is greener, or do you believe that it's pretty good here, but there are obviously larger countries have more opportunities, more vacancies?
So, I mean, obviously we as a people have always traveled.
Yeah.
Right, we as a people, whether it be after high school or after university, have always done the big OE. And I don't think that's changed.
Yeah.
I think what the difference is at the moment with the large numbers, and thank you again for the stats, is that people are looking for more. They're looking for more because it's just not available in New Zealand at the moment for a lot of people.
Yeah.
I am one of them. I am moving to Australia next year because...
Just another one leaves.
I know.
So you have to change your little speech on the stats because you're going to have to add at least one.
30,001. Another one bites the dust.
And I mean, yeah. Well,
I know they always do, girl. We know it.
Well, not always. Not always. Some of them Shouldn't come back.
Look,
but-
we'll be right here. Damn,
Yeah, well-
there's a lot of shots. I'm gonna be ducking here. Okay,
But yeah, I've made that choice for
yeah.
myself. I mean, obviously financially, it's definitely
always
a plus.
proliferative. Yeah.
The weather, I'm looking forward to some better weather.
Oh, please, Jason, expand on this. Yeah, like
Well, I currently live in Te Whanganui, Aotearoa, Wellington. And as they say, you can't beat Wellington on a good day.
And there's 3 of them per year.
Oh, you
because
might
because
get
there's
You might get fined.
because there's blizzards on a daily.
Yeah.
It's chilly.
I
It's
really
cold.
do enjoy living in Wellington, but I've been there now for what, 5 years?
Wow, has it been
Isn't
5
it-
years?
This is my 5th year in Wellington.
Oh, because when I moved here, you didn't live in Wellington.
No, you're still down
That's
south.
all down south.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's time for a change.
Yeah.
And I just think it's a good opportunity because we're lucky enough as Kiwis to be able to just get off the plane in Australia and just go and find a job.
Yeah.
And we have another person to visit when we're there as well.
Well, you're more than welcome to bring NOIS on the road.
Oh wow.
NOIS and Oz.
Noise, Oz, yeah, mate.
Or maybe I'll set up an Australian version of NOIS.
You can have a
Oh, what do
studio.
you want to be like?
You can have a studio
Yeah.
and
Noise on the bar, mate.
oh my God.
What wise words would you give us? That's the first part. I want you to give me your little, if you're going to advise people or advise the people, and if you have any wise words, and then I have the second part to it, which is kind of like, it's one of those kind of questions asked, So I'll get you to tell me what your
Wise words.
wise words. Yeah.
Funny you should say that because I remember back in late 1990, early 1991 when I first received the letter, no emails back then, the letter inviting me to this scholarship in Japan. The people that I spoke to, people that I loved, the people there whose opinions that I respected, they said, just do it. Just do it. And then most recently, when I was discussing going to Australia with a few people, funny enough, one person actually just replied, Nike.
Oh my God, really?
Is this Sia? Sissy loves saying.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was Sia. Apologies to the person that did that because I can't remember their name right now. But they just replied Nike, which is basically just do it.
Yeah.
So my advice is if there's something you want to do, just do it because you're the only person stopping yourself from doing it.
Yeah, I love that. We definitely apply that as well to our lives. And my second part of that is, so I've always had this question, and it's always, I think that I find, and I think it's really, really important, and I think maybe there's 2 sides to it, but intelligence and hard work, because obviously intelligence versus hard work, which is more important? Is one more important? Because one, you're kind of, you're gifted with. The other is something, almost you're kind of both, you're gifted with both, but one you can, and versus hard work, which you think is more important, especially coming from an educator, you've seen what it is to gain knowledge and obtain knowledge and how you can apply that to your life and get success. Do you feel this?
I just to unpack that a little bit. I think there is a misconception that the word intelligence only comes with an academic pathway. But anybody who's a plumber or a tradesman, that doesn't mean they're not intelligent.
Yeah.
I certainly can't change a washer. So that person is
Definitely the level of intelligence, yes.
Right? So I don't even know if they're 2 opposite things as a question. I think they're both important, but the one thing that any person can do is hard work.
Yeah.
Right? It's similar to what I just said about to just do it. Whether it be going out to mow the lawn, taking the rubbish out, calling a friend that you hadn't spoken to for a while.
Wow, you can tell they're siblings, eh?
Just do it. Right? Hard work. I mean, I know that Juana has a successful life because
yes, she's a hard worker, and she's also intelligent.
And working with you.
And I will tell you what it is. I will give her that. That's hard work, like literally.
It's unpaid too.
And it's consistent. I'll give you that.
It's worse than having a child because at
Is
least
it?
the children, you're
Are you
going to
sure?
get something from it, right?
Oh no, she gets my love and my cute looks.
Yeah, I do get. He feeds me.
She gets to look at my face.
That's
Awesome.
I could just take a photo.
Oh, have you?
I have photos of you at home somewhere.
No, but or even in
I
another
don't mean on a
would
wall, but like
like more like a shrine.
Okay, that's
I want to like, okay, this is my family. But yeah, no, because I've always felt that with you can get somebody who is really intelligent, and if you're, no matter how intelligent you are, if you are lazy, it's not going to, it's not really going to ever.
You're not working, or you're not like doing to your potential if you're not putting in the effort, right?
Yeah.
Intelligence is wasted without the hard work. So in that sense, I think the hard work is definitely more.
Definitely more. Yeah.
I mean, likewise, if a student is going to submit a piece of work for an assessment or something, I would rather see that they've put in the effort rather than someone who's got an absolutely fantastic piece of work, or they've written something truly amazing. Sure, if that piece of work is because of the hard work, that's fine. But I'm going to want to see a student achieve in the hard work more and more often, because I think that's how they grow. They learn. And you were talking about life skills before. Putting in hard work is effort.
Yeah.
And if you can do it in this, then you can do it in
anything.
I was just going to say, like, it's similar to the difference between book smart and street smart as well.
Yeah.
So you can be very intelligent, book smart wise, but your common sense on the street is terrible.
It's
so, you know.
And I always have to question as well in that same regard, like what would I, if I had to do the would you rather, which is coming up, brace yourself, would you rather have one or the other? And I think I definitely would rather street smart. If I had a gun, so it doesn't always have to be a gun when I'm in the hood, but if I had a gun to my head, I would rather pick that. But I would always wonder what other people would feel. I don't know, maybe it's because
I don't know if your analogy about guns is that relevant, but I get the point. If you're in a bind,
total educator.
If you're in a bind, then which is better, street smart or book smart?
Yeah,
for sure, street smart.
Yeah.
If I was in a bind, I'm not sure I'll be thinking about either of those two things, but sure. Anyway, so we're going on to the fun segment.
Fun for who?
Fun for you,
Maybe.
but probably more for us. So Hawana, you know the drill. Let's tell Jason what's
I think he
up.
knows. He's watched every episode.
I do know the drill.
You know the drill.
I'm a little bit concerned about what's going to be thrown
You
up
should
there.
be.
Okay.
So
Bring it
so
in.
I will give you two options, and you pick one. You have seconds now to give me answers here. Split seconds. You're an educator. You know
Go
what?
for it.
Time management. Bip. Would you rather receive $1 million now or flip a coin for $1 billion?
$1 million.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Where do I collect it?
Okay. Would you rather be colorblind or have no taste buds?
No taste buds.
Who's your favorite sister? Hawana? Oh, I see that. Okay.
Sister Mary from
Sister Act.
yeah.
Oh God, why don't give him escape routes? Would you rather have an assistant that organizes for you or an assistant that grades for you?
Organizers.
Oh, really? Why?
You like marking, eh?
I'd prefer someone to do the dirty work. Yeah.
Oh, isn't it all?
No, because the grading, my name goes at the bottom, and therefore if it's a good grade, then the kid thinks I'm great.
Oh, and if it's what if it's a shit grade?
Well, I just make sure they get a good grade.
Okay.
Would you rather have dinner with the president or dinner with your favorite celebrity?
President of what?
President of New Zealand, obviously. Well, Prime Minister, you know what I mean.
I don't wish to have dinner with the Prime Minister. So
Would you rather have dinner with your favorite Prime Minister of New Zealand or your favorite celebrity?
That is the same person.
Oh, who's it?
Oh, Jacinda, of course.
Oh yeah, I do love her.
I hope she's watching.
Hi. Can I call her Jace?
Call
No.
me.
No, Jacinda.
I don't. No one's ever called it Jay.
Okay. Would you rather a student assembly or student field trips?
Oh, assembly's fine these days.
Oh wow! Somebody's getting tired. Is this from Rarotonga?
I'm over the field trips. Just give me an assembly. It's over and done with quickly.
Okay, and second to last, would you rather forget who you are or forget who everyone else is?
I would rather
if you're in a bind,
I
as
would
you'd
rather
say.
forget who I am because
Oh,
I
really?
want to be able to rely on those people around me.
Oh, I think what would you rather in that one?
None. I don't like that one.
You pick one.
No.
You're in a bind. You
there
have
a
a gun
gun?
to your head. You're in a bind and there's a gun to your head.
Nah, not doing it. It's not my game.
I think I'd rather forget everyone.
I wonder why that is.
No, because I can relearn about these people all over again and re-fall in love with them.
You may not.
Well,
You
then
might
then the chips fall where they may. And the last one, would you rather never be able to cuddle ever or never be able to hold hands ever?
I would not like to lose the ability to cuddle. I know somebody in my life right now that's very good at cuddling.
Oh, I'd rather neither of them.
This is not a very fair game where you give me the option, yet you keep both.
No, because I'm not. It's because the game is for you. Because
And I won.
yes, you did. Oh my God! So it's been so great having you.
it
You
has
are
been.
Great to be here. Thanks for
amazing.
having me, guys.
Oh, I want to give each other.
Really, really appreciate you being here. I know you've been the best supporter about NOIS from the start. So thank you very much for tuning in and watching.
It's a great show,
everything.
guys.
So,
Get all your mates and friends and whānau to listen in.
Oh, there you go. He's done.
I know he's done a little promo. Should we do a little promo clip? Film me here doing a little promo clip, guys. Join that.
Subscribe here.
yeah.
That's your point, right?
It does. So it's usually down that they put
Down,
that.
yeah.
So we'll do that now, actually.
Oh, yeah. So
Yeah.
don't forget to
So
subscribe.
like and subscribe down there.
But thank you once again.
Thank
we really appreciate
you.
you joining in. And if you've got any questions, don't hesitate to fire them in around
Slide into our DMs.
education at all. If you've got any questions for Jason or ourselves, please send them
Please
through.
subscribe. Is
Until-
there anywhere to get information about education, actually? Just real quick.
Yes.
ncea.education.govt.nz.
There you go. All right.
Just one more thing though, can I get you please to sign us off in Japanese?
In Japanese.
Yeah.
Okay, what now?
Yeah. I think we'll sign off in Japanese.
はい、
And I'll be like this.
はい、今回、聞いていただきありがとうございました。また今度お会いしましょう。さようなら。
Sayonara.